How relevant is the Pro League to Trinidad and Tobago?
I think the only relevance is entertainment, unfortunately. One thing that I was very happy to see is while Pro League last year, there was a lot of coverage of it in Trinidad, like free coverage. Like you turn on the television and there's hockey going on. And I had a lot of friends who were like, oh, you're still involved in hockey, who have nothing to do with hockey. Like their school friends who knew that I'm the hockey girl, that's as much as they know about hockey, but there's a lot of hockey on television. Pro League, unfortunately, is the elite version of the sport. And when you're ranked in the 30s, it's hard to get there. So while it might be entertaining and fun, the relevance is only around entertainment for the most part. For officials and umpires, so like technical officials and umpires, it might be a little bit more aspirational to get to that level, but it's not really that relevant, I think. Our prior model of World League was so much more inclusive for countries like Trinidad and Tobago. I think I mentioned it in our last little discussion when we were kind of focusing on umpiring, where the World League allowed for the next level of competition to become accessible, right? So you have the ability to play what would be, I guess, the second tier European teams, or the teams that are a little bit down, and be competitive with them. It's not the spanking you would get if Holland comes to play Trinidad and Tobago. You now have Russia coming to play Trinidad and Tobago, and it's a competitive match. It's finishing 4-3, 3-2, 2-1, where, versus 10-0 blowout or 8-0 blowout, whatever it may be, or 8-1 blowout. And the World League allowed for that. It came at a cost of funding, and it's difficult for these teams to go around. But the most amount of people I've seen to come to a hockey competition was Trinidad playing the Japanese team at our National Hockey Center, and people cheering on the Japanese team because they've never seen a style of hockey like that. And then you realize, wait, we're competitive as well, So it makes it seem more attainable.
Yes, I am a big believer in achievable competitions.
Yes.
With promotion and relegation qualifications through that, but I think the qualifications should be a competition, which I think was doing very well up until a couple of years ago, which football wasn't so much. There's a quote from an English football player called Gary Neville saying he had a weighted international career because he was sort of mid-range. That was a very good squad, but never quite challenging for the medals.
Yeah.
And but if you would beat San Marino 8-0 in football, but what's the point of playing San Marino? San Marino would be playing other San Marinos. I'm a big believer of that.
I think that also, sorry, not to cut you off, but that encourages improvement, right? So now that you now see, okay, yes, I'm able to be like the Puerto Ricos and the Guyanas of the world, but then you introduce new competition where they're like the Russians and the European, Swiss team or whatever it may be, those come in and you're like, oh, we're able to compete with them. So now it's okay, maybe we can invest some more. Our corporate sponsors see that there's these teams coming in, they'll invest some more into the team. So therefore you could invest some more into development. And then maybe you could start to crack into, that not top tier, or actually see it in the long foregone future, because there's these steps that will take you to it. So, everybody, when you're doing life planning, it's like, what's your 10-year goal? What's your 15-year goal? But you also have to whittle down to what's your 5-year goal, your 3-year goal, and your 1-year goal. And those have to be attainable for you to even think you could get to your 15-year goal.